Hey, Shad here with SpeedX, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to uncrate the Sena 10C Pro. Before we jump in and give you the full rundown of the Sena 10C Pro, go ahead and subscribe. That helps keep bringing you the best gear reviews in the universe. And if at any point you go, hey, I'd like some Sena products from SpeedX, don't worry. There's a link in the description below to shop for this or anything else you might need for your two-wheel adventure, parts, gear, you name it. Okay, Sena. Some say Sena, some say Sena. No matter what you call them, they are one of the leaders in the Bluetooth comms game, and they make 3 units that have cameras built in. So you want to record while you're listening to music on your trip, don't worry, they got you covered. They got the 10C Pro. This is their starter model. This records in 1440p or 1080p. From there, they go to the 10C Evo. That gets you 4K. And then they have the Big Daddy, which is the 10C, and that gets you 4K plus a bunch of other goodies. But if you don't care about 4K, 1440 or 1080p is good enough for you, you can save some cash by going with the 10C Pro. It's down to $349, making it a real steal because you're still going to get all that comm system functionality that you may want. So $349 makes one yours. This is running on Bluetooth 4.1. You're going to get 4-way intercom. Again, it records in 1080p or 1440p, and it has a big battery to run the camera. So if you're not using the camera, you can get 17 hours of runtime on the comm system, music listening, navigation, talking to people, whatever you need. If you're recording, that goes down to 2 hours because cameras are thirsty. But they include a charging cable. You can charge this with a cigarette lighter style charger. If you have one of those handy, you can charge it while you use it. So if you're on a longer trip, trying to record a longer video, they got you covered there. With the intercom, it runs up to 1 mile in perfect conditions. Of course, that's kind of line of sight. If you get in between buildings or mountains, trees, whatever, that will be cut a bit. Sena backs it up with a 2-year warranty. Let's jump in and show you this unit itself. I'm going to clip this off. This is the clamp style mount. This clamps on the bottom shell edge, and it is adjustable so that you can get that adjustment up or down depending on your riding position to get a straight view of the horizon there. The unit has a jog dial. Okay, it has a few buttons on the bottom. It has a slot for your SD card sold separately. You can run up to a 64 gig SD card, which will record quite a few hours at that HD resolution. You also have under here is your charging port. This is all weather resistant. And then you have your port for the speakers. I'll show you more on that in a minute. The antenna is just integrated like that. There's no extra flip ups or anything like that. And then that is the way it slides onto this mount. I'm going to plug this right back in place here, and we're going to show you everything that comes in the box with this Sena 10C Pro. Okay, like I said, you're going to get a normal charging cable. This is micro S or USB. You probably have a ton of those laying around the house in case you lose it. The special charging cable that the other units do not have is this cigarette lighter style. So you can plug this in and use it while you're charging it and get extra runtime. You're going to get a Flexi boom mic. So this is good for open face or modular helmets. For non-modulars, traditional full face helmets, you're probably going to want to run this wired mic that's going to plug in up in the front. You put a little adhesive patch under here on the inside of the chin bar, and you can run that wired mic. For mounting the speakers, you're getting 2 sets of speaker pucks depending on how deep your speaker recesses are. You can use the thin ones or the thick ones. These also noise isolate the sound and give you better audio quality, so you want to make sure to use those if you have room. And then you get your speaker covers. You get speakers, of course. These are HD speakers from Sena. Great call and music quality on these. And then you're going to get windsocks for those boom mics, a couple other adhesive patches to help you neatly stow away any sort of wires. You're going to get an adhesive mount. So if you don't want to run this clamp mount, you want to run adhesive mount, 3M adhesive, you're ready to go there. And then you get a lens cap. So if you're not using this, you get a rubberized lens cap. You can pop it on so that debris doesn't scratch up your lens if you're not using that. So that is what comes in the box. Let's talk one last time about the communication. So this does not have mesh. If you want mesh, you got to move up in the line. That 50 series will take care of you there. It does have 4-way Bluetooth intercom 4.1, and a lot of people ask with Bluetooth communications, can you pair with other brands? The answer is yes. When it comes to the Bluetooth intercom functionality, you can cross between brands. When it comes to mesh, the answer is no. Those are proprietary. If your friends are running mesh Sena, you got to have Sena. they have Cardo, you gotta have Cardo. The unit has voice prompts, so as you hit record, it's gonna tell you it's recording. This is very helpful so that when you're riding, you know what's going on. Don't worry, that voice in your head is Sena, it's not your imagination. And then it has music sharing, so you can share music with up to one rider, and it has audio multitasking. So if you're listening to music and your navigation butts in, don't worry, it's not gonna cut it off. It's gonna turn that down, layer those audio experiences on top of each other. It's really slick. It also has noise and volume control, so that'll help control the volume and noise without you doing anything at all. So the unit will listen for more wind noise, it'll turn that down so the wind noise does not go through to the other riders in your group. And when it comes to volume, it will sense that you're going faster, it'll sense that noise, it'll actually turn up the volume and help you hear as you start to go faster. Finally, the first thing I'm gonna recommend you do when you purchase a Sena unit is download the Sena's utility app. That's gonna give you quick start instructions that are better than the paper instructions in the box. It'll help you quickly install and get your Sena unit up and running. It'll also let you control some of your riding groups, and it'll let you know when new firmware is available for the unit. When it comes to firmware updates on the 10C Pro, you will have to plug that into your computer to download that firmware update. So that does it for the 10C Pro. Like I said, if you're not interested in 4K, standard HD or 440p or 1440p is sufficient for you, this is an excellent choice and a killer deal at $349. Head over to speedx.com to pick one up today. We appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.